There are 5 core haircuts, which, through guest consultation and the application of trend, are the foundation of endless design. Welcome to Surface Core Cutting. My name is Wayne Grund. I'm the founder of Surface. The Surface Core Cutting system will provide you with the sectioning maps for each of the 5 core haircuts, 5 core principles of cutting, 3 areas of a haircut, what tool to use when, and the effect of each, 3 layering options, 7 core design techniques, and 3 rules for facial shape. Most stylists learn the core cuts with their generic names: one length, long past the shoulder, long layers, bob, inversion, short layers. Surface believes we need exciting, memorable names to present to our salon guests. Long one length is called the edge. Long layers is freedom. A horizontal line at or above the shoulder is windswept. An inversion is front and center, and short layers, the crop. To plan sectioning maps, we identify 4 zones of the head shape, which are the green zone, top, the black zone, crown, the blue zone, back, and the red zone, which is the temple and behind the ear. The red zone is an area where we must pay special attention, as the hairline and density may vary from guest to guest. Clean sectioning is achieved with speed and accuracy by target parting, which is placing your finger on the scalp and using the sectioning end of your comb or clip to part to your finger. It is important that the tip of the comb or clip never leave the scalp as it goes to the target, which is your finger. The high point of the head is the highest point where the green zone meets the black. Most often, this is the point where the hair in the black zone will be styled for lift and volume and generally moves backward. The side and rear ridge will be the points where the top, sides, and back will merge. Identify these by placing a comb flat on top of the head and one on the side and the back. Where the ends meet and then collapse to the head is the ridge. Please note where Surface identifies the rear ridge. When using this as the turning point for layers, you will create a much fuller crown. Nape sectioning. Section directionally with your end result in mind. That way you can easily cut short to long, providing direction to the finished look. The finished look that has a horizontal outer perimeter should be sectioned horizontally. An inverted look should be sectioned with an arc resembling the finished inversion. The 6 core principles are: cut with your end result in mind. Cut in the direction you want the hair to move. Short hair pushes long hair away. Elevation softens the outer weight line. An elevation higher than where the hair lives leaves no weight line. Over direction creates length and weight in the opposite direction. And disconnection creates collapse of the weight of the layers above the disconnection. The 3 areas of a haircut are the outer perimeter, which is where the outer visual edge is. The inner perimeter, where the edge of all the hair, if extended from the head, would live. And the interior, which is all the haircut within the inner perimeter lengths. The haircut within the interior becomes the frame of the haircut. The 4 directional options in cutting the outer perimeter are: blunt, the ends lay straight down; bevel up, the ends are turning up; bevel down, the ends are turning under; and swing cutting, which is swinging them to the left and swinging to the right. When swing cutting, you may also choose to bevel up or under. There are 3 layering options for the inner perimeter. Number 1, descending layers, in which layers collapse closer to the head with less weight on the outer perimeter. 2, progressive layers, which leaves more weight on the outer perimeter. And 3, concave layers, in which mid layers collapse towards the head and then gain length towards the outer perimeter. Surface art tools are the finest tools a stylist can own. The TK2 comb is designed for control with a concave thumb support, polished teeth for clean sectioning, and smooth combing to maintain the condition of hair. The titanium razor with the silica guard provides hair with a tapered, conditioned edge for more movement and texture. You'll see the actual blade itself. The soft silica glides across the hair, and the blade has exposure on both sides for maximum sharpness and a clean cutting edge. To hold the razor, pinch it in the center between your thumb and center finger. Place your first finger on the back of the blade. You can now cut with a soft C type of motion. To move the razor out of the way when you comb, simply use your little or your ring finger to flip it back and away. When cutting the outer perimeter, keep your finger out of the hole so you can stay horizontal. When layering in the interior, keep the finger in. It's easy to follow your line and take it out of the way. The 7-inch and 5 3/4-inch flare thumb swivel maximizes creativity while being the most ergonomically correct scissor a stylist can own. Keeping your shoulder and elbow down, place your thumb into the flare thumb, facing down the hole to the blade. You can now cut directionally left, right, up, down with complete accuracy and control. Choose the surface shear when you want a blunter edge and to cut layers which lay heavier. The RZ blender has a flare thumb swivel and has 3 cutting edges: the blade, the tooth, and inside each tooth is a razor's edge for a beautiful taper as we work through the hair. The RZ Fine has fewer teeth, which are placed closer together, making it perfect for fine hair and to soften a bang, as well as running over top of a scissor overcombed or a clippered area. The RZ blenders create a soft razor's edge to all blended hair. The razor and shear can be used to create either a blunt or shattered edge. The degree of shattering will depend upon the texture of the hair you're working with and the movement desired. A deep shatter is best on thicker hair, and a soft shatter is preferred for finer hair. 7 core design techniques are: horizontal framing for volume and lift. For shorter length, you may choose to roll the razor for a horizontal frame. Vertical framing for separation, removing weight and collapse. Sculpting for defined separation. Upblending for a rounder crown. Weave cutting for uniform separation. A pinwheel for an invisible layer lift on the crown. Walking the shear for a blunter layer. 3 rules for facial shape. Parallel lines attract, closing in the space between them. Hair all one length on each side of the face narrows the face and brings the attention to the nose. It also squares and hardens the look. Perimeter lines draw the eye in the direction that the line flows. If a person has a long jawline and the outer perimeter line or inner perimeter weight line is inverting down and forwards, it makes the jaw or nose look even longer. To create the illusion of drawing the jaw back in, create a parallel outer perimeter line. If a person is soft in the chin or cheek, an inverted line will add visual length. Space creates lift. Creating space over an eye lifts the eye. Creating space behind the eye creates the illusion of lifting the eye and opening it up. The principles we have shared apply to all 5 core cuts and all trends that aspire from them.